Yo, yo, yo.
Hey,
So, back here getting ready for another show on Island Boys Football Talk. This is your boy C Money in the house representing the San Francisco 49ers, and your boy K Jizzle representing the Philadelphia Eagles. And we have Shreedish, who'll be joining us here soon from the South to recap week 6 NFL and going into week 7, talking about the Thursday night game coming up Thursday night, making our picks for that, doing our game balls, doing our final thoughts, and just getting right into it after a depressing week of football for your guys here this week.
mm, a tough week 6.
A tough week 6. We had our talk on Sunday. High on emotions. Um, I don't know about Casey, but I had a little chance to go, and I really didn't want to watch a lot of sports, and nothing really this week.
I did.
I didn't want to hear the garbage and the
I
nonsense.
did. I wanted to hear it.
So I stay in the background, listen to some of the stuff that was said, and I did watch some film today. And I'm gonna go ahead first and give my critique on my team. Um, Playing against the Bronx, like I said on Sunday, the vaunted number one defense or so-called number one defense um, came out and proved a point. Um, the Finals had opportunities to win this game and missed it. And after watching the film and looking at everything else, and we could blame the rest, we could blame this and that. It was really a sloppy game by the Finals. Mistakes after mistake after mistake after mistake. The penalties, missed block assignments, poor execution on the drives, poor pass, and everything was on. It was just one of them games. So I watched the film. I ain't too upset. I am a little upset about how we make no adjustments. I am upset about how we didn't do any motions, none of our regular stuff that we do. Um, Upset about the missed passes, upset about the missed tackles, upset about some missed blocking assignments, but that's football, right? We just had one of them off games where everything was off. Everything, except for the defense. The defense played out as they should, but the offense was horrible, special teams was horrible, and the play calling was horrible from Kyle Shanahan. Um, in terms of grades, I give my defense a A. I give my offense a F. I give my special teams a C. In my complete things, I just think the offense was horrible. No execution, sloppy, missing passes, missing blocking assignments, can't hit the gaps when they're supposed to, and we can't continue that against Minnesota. I ain't blaming nothing else, and just it was just one of them games where I don't know. Maybe we did overlook the Browns and everybody thought they're gonna walk over them, or did we get caught up in the hype? With the pregame scuffle and they coming up walking with the boombox signature, what we to do when they just get caught up in the hype and everybody forgot about executing and just wanted to hit somebody in the mouth, and then we end up getting hit in the mouth. So that's my thoughts on the finals. I ain't want to dwell on it too much. That's one game out of the way. We are to Minnesota without Justin Jefferson, and I expect a win here, a dominating win here. I'm expecting on all levels. They don't have the defense, they don't have the offense, they don't have Justin Jefferson. And so I expect a fully dominating game. Our injuries that we had in the game, Trent Williams, Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, all scathed through. So everybody is day to day. Christian McCaffrey is oblique. Everything came back negative, so he's day to day. Deebo on his shoulder, everything came back negative as well. He's day to day. And Trent Williams with his ankle came back negative. Um, and they're all day to day. Should be in practice this Wednesday, maybe limited Wednesday, and then maybe full Friday into the week going on. We went back to the team traveled back to Santa Clara, even though we're playing in Minnesota to train and over there, and then we're gonna fly up to Minnesota probably Friday afternoon. So that's all I got for my finals. Dismal performance in Cleveland. Hopefully, it'll start a trend, and we move on. So I got on that.
All right, so Jizzle, go ahead.
Um, you know, I was pretty pissed off or ticked off on Sunday after that horrible loss against the Jets because it was a bad performance by the offense. Um, I'm apologizing for the defense again because I overreacted on Sean Desai again. Go back and watch the film and watching the replays and things like that. The defense really played great in that game. A lot of the times we are, I think, because the Jets offense only actually scored 6 points. If you want to put it like that. And the way they got the touchdowns is the interceptions that Jalen Hurts threw on short fields, and I think there was a pick six too as well. So the defense, honestly, gave up 6 points. You got to give credit to Sean Desai because right now the defense is short-handed. In that game, Reed Blankenship went out. Sidney Brown is not playing, so you had to stick with some backup safeties. I think eventually Eli Ricks had to step in and play safety. Bradley Roby was out in that game. Um, there was no Jalen Carter. So, I mean, the job that Sean decided in that game, and also there was no Darius too as well. And we were able to still, I mean, yes, it just has a horrible offense, but still missing some of your defensive players. You know, the defense would be a little handicapped a little bit, but they played great in that game. So I should have given my defense an A plus. I didn't think I gave him an A plus, but I should have given my defense an A plus. On offense, it's somewhat kind of concerning knowing that Lane Johnson was out, got injured for that game, came out, and instead of you making the proper adjustment and giving Jack Driscoll some help, which is either chipping with a tight end or a running back, or even running the football to get him comfortable in the run game so that maybe when he does decide to pass block, he wouldn't be so scared or so off schedule with the offense. So that right there kind of got me a little concerned because you are a veteran head coaching staff. Brian Johnson, you've been with the Eagles since Jalen Hurts became the starting quarterback of that team. You know the offense. You know Nick Sirianni's offense. You saw how Shane Steichen ran the ship last year. At some point, you got to get it together. You always hear me say have a feel for the game. At some point, you got to have a feel for the game. You can't lose your best right tackle, the best right tackle in the game right now, actually. And you can't be calling the same place you call with that same right tackle when he's out. You got a backup. You got a backup right tackle coming in. You also have a backup right guard playing right now. You don't have your starting right guard playing right now, so you have two backup offensive linemen playing, and you still gonna decide to be pass happy and pass the football instead of you implement the run game. If you realize that you're having issues on the right side, run the ball to the left side. You still had Mayalata. You still had Landon Dickerson. You still had Jason Kelsey. To the left side. Those are maulers. You should at least allow your right tackle to gain some confidence. And the only way for him to gain confidence is to maul a defensive tackle at defensive end. And the only way for him to do that is in the run game. We have to start to find ways to establish the run game all in often. Find ways to get it going. If we don't do it, we're going to lose a few games. You're going to lose a few games later on. I'm going to tell you this. We got a tough schedule coming up. We're going to lose a few games if we don't try to implement the run game. I don't understand why we got to start up the games passing. That make any sense?
Because I thought they were going to raid the two damn cornerbacks that they didn't start.
Still though, the Jets rank 29th in rush defense. 29 is what 32 teams. So you're the bottom third, 29. How the hell you only had 20? How the hell altogether the team only had 22 carries? Jalen Hurts had 10. Those are unscheduled run plays. DeAndre Swift had 6. That don't make no damn sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. I think they're overthinking it. Make it simple. Make it simple. It's not so hard. AJ Brown, you gotta stop giving up on plays. There was a play where it was a deep pass down the field to AJ Brown. Jalen Hurts threw it on target, on point, very accurately. But AJ Brown, thinking that the ball wasn't coming to him, stopped running. When the ball came in his direction now, he started to speed up. Boom, incomplete pass. Could have been an easy touchdown. Gotta keep going. Can't stop. Can't be slacking on plays. You're getting paid a lot of money to play football. Play every down. Devontae Smith, last week you were pouting, walking up and down the field so you get the football. Football came your way today, and you started dropping them. Don't friggin' pout if your number get called and you don't and you're dropping the football. Catch the damn football. Jalen Hurts, you gotta understand down and distance. Sometimes you gotta understand when to take the check down. You can't always try to hit the home run play. You can't always try to attack downfield. If you realize the linebackers are playing far off, take the check down. At some point, they will play closer to the line of scrimmage, and then you'll be able to attack downfield. Again, Nick Sirianni, Brian Johnson. These are the things that you should have seen in the first half and also in the second half. Is making the adjustments. This is a problem what I'm having with this team. We're not making the proper adjustments. Last week, the defense made adjustments. This week, the defense made adjustments again. Sean Desai is doing a great job making adjustments quarter by quarter, half by half. But Nick Sirianni and Brian Johnson, at times, like they seem to forget that you have a dominant run game. Right now, this team should be up on run offense. And then you develop the pass after the run game. It's not hard. It's not complicated. Make it simple. And this is why they got an F. They got an F minus.
Get a F minus.
The whole
An F minus. That's what I get.
The whole team.
No, the offense.
No, the offense.
Oh.
I give them the offense.
You give people a F minus.
A complete F minus, partner. F minus. It was a horrible game on offense. You score 40 points in the first half, in the first and second quarter, and that was it. All in the second quarter. I'm try and go again. Well, special teams. And the special team I see for the simple fact that Jake Elliott missed the kick. Instead of it being 14 points, it would have been 17 points. So special teams gets a C. Injuries so far. Lane Johnson was the ankle sprain. It's not a high ankle sprain. So most likely he'll be back on Sunday against the Dolphins. We're glad to hear that. Justin Evans, he's on IR. Reed Blankenship had a rib injury. He's questionable. They were able to sign Quez Watkins. He has a hamstring injury again. So he's going on injuries. So we're kind of getting tired of him too. Because either he's injured or he's not producing on the field. So I think this is his last year playing in Philly. So now we down a slot receiver. So with that they went ahead and signed Julio Jones, who's probably gonna come in and be a slot, probably red zone target. So we'll see how that works. Because we know he's up in age and much older receiver, but he can be productive on certain downs and with a third and shot, even mostly in the red zone. So we'll see how they come up with that. Jalen Carter is looking good. He should be back this week. Same thing for Darius Slay. Should be back this week too as well. But that's about it for the injuries so far.
All right, that's it.
And that's it.
All right, switch it over to Carolina. Again, we played the high-powered offense of the Miami Dolphins. First quarter, it looked like we had a game on our hands. The Panthers went up 14-0 early. Had everyone thinking like, this a little, they got different game. But we came to reality after the second quarter. Um, Another productive day from Bryce Young. I think that's the main thing going forward. Bryce Young's production. Defense, very, very banged up. We had Frankie Louvu go down again in the game. We also had Yetur Gross-Matos go down with a hamstring injury. We already don't have two starting safeties, Von Bell, Xavier Woods, and JC Hahn. Now you out Shaq Thompson, you out Frankie Louvu, you out Yetur Gross-Matos. That's about 6 of your 11 starters down. That's not a good recipe, especially when we've already been weak. The defense started good, but we just couldn't keep up against the Dolphins. And you can tell they're just so talented on offense. Waddle, Tyreek Hill, and scheme-wise, they're very, very smart on the schemes. It just was too much for the Panthers, especially with such a depleted defense. But it was expected from my point of view. I didn't expect the Panthers to hold to them. I did see some good things for Bryce Young. He looked better, but scoring 14 points in the first quarter and then 0 for the rest of the way, I don't think that's a good thing. I think I was still disappointed there. The main thing is, though, that he is looking better. He's getting more comfortable. And over the course of Sunday and Monday, the news came out that Frank Wright has relinquished his play calling duties over to the much anticipated Thomas Brown. He was the offensive coordinator, but he wasn't calling the plays. He was still help game planning, but news came out that Frank Wright told the players on Monday that Thomas Brown will be calling the plays. Frank Wright is stepping away from it and just giving Thomas Brown full authority over the offense. So I think you're going to see a lot more of the McVay type offense because that's where Thomas Brown came from, the McVay tree. And you're going to see a lot more motions and everything. It just wasn't working out for Frank Wright in terms of how he schemed the plays for Bryce Young. Frank Wright has a certain skill set when he wants a quarterback. Listening to Thomas Brown today was very, very refreshing. It's a renewed type of hope in terms of the development. And I want this because Thomas Brown is 37 years old. His first time calling plays. He was the assistant head coach, tight ends and running backs coach, and with the Rams, he helped scheme a lot of them with Sean McVay. Now he's over here. He'll have a chance to grow with Bryce Young. That's what I want. I don't think Frank Wright could have grown with Bryce Young as a play caller. I do think that this has a recipe to be very successful because they can now grow and build together. So one thing Thomas Brown did see today in his press conference is that when he had the interview with Scott Fitterer and Dan Morgan, our assistant GM, they asked him who was his quarterback one, and his quarterback one on the big board was Bryce Young. So he really wanted to come and coach Bryce Young, and I think this is going to help us better. He's going to play more into Bryce Young's strengths. I think he has a real good vision, a feel for the game. It's just he never called plays, but now he's going to get his chance to call his plays. My only thing about it is if he does so well, you can't run the risk of losing him in 2 years to somebody else head coach. So bye-bye, Frank. Go your old ass home and go and relax. Because we'll have a new head coach very shortly.
That's you saying that?
Because if Thomas Brown actually performs well as a coordinator, we know what's going to happen. He's going to get the head coaching gigs.
Yeah.
If you're smart, you don't want that to happen. he's not gonna pull up Ben Johnson and say, "Well, let's stay in here." The thing, if someone gives him opportunity, he's gonna go. So, Big Frankie, go sit your ass down home with your family, because Thomas Brown would have to come in as the head coach or something. But that's for another day. That's down in the future. I just want to see progression between him and Bryce Young. That's the main thing for the rest of the season. The crazy thing about it is technically we're not out of the playoffs in terms of the division. Probably the playoffs in general. Our division is weak. Everybody in the NFC South last week. It's only 3 wins they got. We still got to play the Falcons once, Saints once, and the Buccaneers twice. So there's a lot of stuff that can still happen. Like I said, the schedule gets a little easier. This was the gauntlet for us, the first 6 games. Now you got the Texans who are playing well. You have the Bears who don't know when Justin Fields will be back. And then we got the Colts who doesn't have Anthony Richardson. So those are 3 games there that we can look to take advantage of. We have the boy this week. So we should be coming out of the boy a little bit healthier. So we have to see how it is when we come out. But that game was a harsh reminder of talent. The Dolphins have it. We don't. And also coaching. That's another thing as well. So I don't even want to give it a grade because then okay, defense, I give them a D. Offense, first quarter, I give them an A plus. Rest of the game a D. Coaching, a D. Special teams, a A. Cause heck a headbutt that guy. Don't come from here. That nonsense. Headbutt he can't. Get that. We street style. So a A for the special teams. But no, I can't it's all about going forward. I'm not gonna dwell too much on how the Panthers has been. For 6 games, own 6. You got nowhere to go from up. The change was made that Thomas Brown is now the play caller and he runs the offense. I think Frank Wright is going to do more coaching, be the CEO of the company, which is the head coach. We don't have to worry about him overseeing. He says he's not going to get involved because he knows how that feels. So he's going to give him his space and let him continue to develop as the play caller and offensive coordinator, which is good. Hopefully we get some healthy bodies back after the boy. But I saw something today that was not concerning, but I saw something today that was something to open my eyes. There was a source from inside the building, and he said that y'all don't recognize it yet, but there's some big changes coming in the organization. We just don't know it as yet. But if that is true, I wouldn't be surprised. I think it will happen. So that's something to keep an eye on. I think we're gonna lose some players. The Panthers more than likely are trying to get draft assets. They're gonna trade some people. I don't know if they're gonna. They more than likely may trade. More than likely they will trade Jeremy Chin because they're not gonna try to. They're not trying to resign him. So more than likely we're gonna trade Jeremy Chin. Terrace Marshall is another candidate. We got Dante Jackson is a candidate to get traded. I don't know what's going on with Brian Bones. You didn't pay him. You gave up 2 first-round picks. You rejected 2 first-round picks. You're not paying him. He's a free agent after this year. I don't know what's going on. So I'm not gonna expect. If I do see something happen with the Panthers, I'm not gonna be surprised. I expect these stuff that's gonna happen. So we'll have to see how it goes. But no, the Panthers just going into the boy. At least I have a cool and calm week this week. I don't have to get too much into it because we all expected a L against the Dolphins. So the main thing is like KG and Shane has been saying, Bryce Young just progressing as he goes through the rest of the season. Just keep progressing as a quarterback, and then you build your team this year with the extra cap space, give him some weapons, and then you go forward from there. So I think that's the main thing for the Panthers going forward. Build that connection with him and Thomas Brown, and then we see what happens. So yeah, that's it for me with that part. I'm not too much into the. I'm not. I did. I already went in depth with him, so I'm not too worried about how it is. I think we'll get better after the boys. So we'll see what happens next week when we go into our Tuesday show as we preview when we come in. That brings us I brings us to our final award. Now we got our 3 questions, 3 answers. Each of us will get a question from our team. We just answer it and see how we feel. Shane, since you started it off, your question is which player or the Trent Debo and C-Mac would be the bigger loss if they were to go down with like a severe injury? Which one you think is the bigger loss if they have to miss some time? Trent Debo or CMC?
I want to say Trent. Even though CMC to produce, I think Kyle offense is very run heavy. You can't replace a C-Mac, but you can still produce. Elijah Mitchell coming back, Jalen Davis still there. They're not McCaffrey. I'm not comparing them to McCaffrey, but I still think they could do their due diligence. But if you lose a Trent, you're not only losing a blocker in a run game, you're losing a blocker in a passing game as well. And that's a twofold. You lose on McCaffrey, yeah, you're losing a runner, you're losing a pass outlet, but there's other people that can do it. Not as well as him, but he can do it. Not maybe explosive, but we can still do it, move the ball. When you lose a Trent, I think you're done right at that position because we just don't have that depth at offensive line that could replace a Trent Williams if he go down for a long period of time and we lose him. That's a tight one, though. That's technically Trent
All right.
C-Mac.
Dizzle? What do you think?
I agree with Shane on that one. Trent Williams. It's kind of tight between Trent. It would be either Trent and CMC, but without Trent Williams, that offensive line doesn't get going. That running game doesn't get going, and I don't know who their backup is. It's
Jalen
hard to, huh?
Jalen Moore.
Right, and it's hard. And Trent Williams is gonna be a future Hall of Famer, no doubt about it. It's hard to fill those shoes of a future Hall of Famer. And I think Kyle Shanahan's offense, mostly the run game, is predicated off of Trent Williams and his talent. So I think he's the main one you don't want to lose.
Um, I agree, but I'll go CMC for the simple fact that he does so much for the team and opens up so much portions. I think that Shanahan will do a good job of scheming that Porter doesn't have to stand there and take licks with Trent Williams Oak. I think with CMC, you always have to watch him out of the backfield, which is the crazy thing about it. It's not much running backs that you'll fear catching the ball, but he has such crisp routes and does so many stuff that you have to watch those stuff. So I think his loss would be bigger, not by a big lot, but it's like you guys say, like a small margin. I would pick him to be the bigger loss out of the 3. All right, so Jizzle, your question for the Eagles is: how concerned are you about Jalen Hurts' performance on Sunday?
I ain't concerned about Jalen Hurts' performance because it's not like he's doing it.
Well, not Jalen Hurts and the offense and the offense in overall.
I'm concerned about the offense for the simple fact, the play calling. The play calling is not in tune right now. I mean, like I said before, I gave him 6 weeks. It's week 6 though. At times, it's like he knows he tries to make adjustments. You know what I mean? But sometimes it look like he's just headstrong and just stuck with this passing game nonsense. I keep saying it. You had a 29th ranked rush defense in the NFL. You were going against 29th ranked rush defense in the NFL. Why is it that DeAndre Swift only had 6 carries for the whole game? Why is it you allowed a Jack Driscoll to be on skates for the whole game? Not in the run game, in the passing game. This is where I'm concerned. Because you're not paying attention to down and distance, not paying attention to personnel, who's on the field, who's off the field. Lane Johnson being injured, Jack Driscoll in. Not paying attention to the other team's personnel, are the statistics of the defense being the 29th ranked worst defense in the NFL. I'm a little concerned right about now. For that simple fact.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, what you get it?
A 4. You're climbing.
All right.
You're climbing. It might change after next week. After Sunday.
So okay, she on a scale of 1 to 10 for that same thing. Looking at it, how concerned you would be in KG's shoes.
7. I've been talking about it for the last 6 weeks. And my partner been telling me give him 6 games. And I've been telling him from day one, the Eagles offense ain't looking like the Eagle offense. The Eagle offense out here struggling, they ain't clicking. And I haven't seen no improvement for 6 straight weeks. You know what I'm saying? I'm still seeing like they guessing on what to do. They don't know how to attack a defense. They winning games. There's a good team. They are a good team. But they ain't executing it. I'm not seeing you hitting on the cylinders like you're supposed to hit on. Like KJ was saying earlier today, saying you came up in a game where the Jets had their 2 starting DBs out and you lose with the weapons that you have. And your mindset was to attack the DBs and give up on your run game with KJ. You've been balling from week 1, run the damn ball. And when they run the ball, you see they're good. They just had no reason not having more than 20 carries in that game. And I think your offensive coordinator is like fishing and trying to go after a wheel well, and he ain't trying to see. He's not playing what we would call the hot hand and not playing while working. I think he has a scripted game plan, and he's sticking to it down and dirty no matter what, and it ain't working. It's not working. It's been 6 weeks, and I haven't seen this offense do anything in those 6 games to say there's the Eagle offense. And I'm concerned about that going down the stretch. Now you getting ready to go on a gauntlet, KG. You get ready to go on a gauntlet where I think if you don't click on some of these offensive games, you might get some serious losses that can hurt you going into the playoffs. I'm concerned. I'm high.
Run the football.
Yeah, we could say we could preach it, we could scream it here, but I ain't seen it.
If they come out again with this type of rushing performance and rushing attack, they will lose every other game against the next set of teams coming up.
Yeah, I just ain't seen it. So I would be very concerned right now. It's been 6 weeks. This is almost going to the midpoint of the season.
So
that's why I give it a 7. Very concerned. Now, like the kids, you said next week it might drop, or next week it might go higher.
It may go higher.
Right. So you just gotta see. But I am concerned. That's what I'm saying.
All right. Yeah, I'm at a probably with Shane a 7 because a couple times, Will, that the defense kind of bails them out. But in a game like this, where in a case like this, the both defenses are strong, but you can't be, as KG alluded to, you can't have 4 turnovers. Even with a Zach Wilson at the quarterback, when they don't turn over the ball, you're giving them easy chances to score. So 4 turnovers is 0. That's very un-Eagles like. So we have to watch. I'm concerned with how this is because as KG as she said this he did say week 6. And what is it? 6 weeks?
6 weeks now, no.
You got no room for error when it comes to the Dolphins. They're gonna put up that points if they're ready. So you can't ask the defense is gonna have to play good, but that's something that you watch it.
The Dolphins will put up 20 plus points. Will put up 20 plus points. That's a guarantee.
So That's something to monitor. But my thing is at a 7, as Shane Senior and KG1 is at a 4. Um, okay. Um, for the Panthers question is how confident. What's our confidence like with Thomas Brown taking over the plays? My confidence is at a 7. The reason I won't go higher is because we still got the same personnel. It's only Thielen getting open. If Thielen wasn't getting open, then who we throwing the ball to? We got no separation. Mingo ain't doing. Mingo isn't getting separation. Chalk is getting separation, but not as much as you would expect. Terrace Marshall isn't playing. Hayden Horse isn't getting the separation. So even though I like that Thomas Brown is going to be the offensive coordinator calling the plays, we still got to see a personnel because we got a trash. Well, I don't want to say trash, but the line isn't producing how it used to. Miles Sanders is a big disappointment. Chuba was playing good, but we still got a Snell. So I don't expect Thomas Brown to go there and just rejuvenate or revitalize the team. The team is just it. You still got to play with the same players. So I am confident that I'll see changes. Let me go to a 6. I won't even go to a 7 because of the personnel. So happy that he's gonna call it. It's gonna be a change in philosophy, but you still got to play with the same players that can't get open. So I don't know how people will think it's just a drastic change. So I'll go at a 6. You guys can answer it.
A 6 in confidence
Yeah.
that he do good.
The question was how confident are we? How confident are we going forward as with Thomas Brown as the coordinator? Well, like I said, I'm confident at a 6 in terms of that. I think he'll scheme up the things a little better than what Frank Roy's been doing. But in terms of results, I don't expect the results to be much different because he still got the same personnel. That's the difference for me. So if I was to say a 10, I would be saying that he's actually going to turn around the offense.
Right.
And I can't go at a 10 because you still got the same personnel. They still can't get open. So that's why I have a 6. I'm on that side because I do believe it's going to change. It's going to get better. But you still got to throw to the same people that can't get open. So I don't know how better they're going to be. It's a 6.
So again with a 5. Because one, you had to do something. You had to do something. You're only 6. Had to change. Something had to change. Why I can't go with the low end or the high end? I agree with you completely. It's the same people. It's probably gonna be the same scheme because that's what they know. That's what they've been practicing in the off season. But it gonna have a few more wrinkles in it. But again, you still got the same people. The problem for the last 6 weeks is your wide receivers can't get open, can't come up, can't separate. Your running game, we ain't seen it. What gonna change? What he gonna do that gonna make them run better? What gonna make them get separation better? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I gave you a 5. Unless you go now, you tell me before week 8, you go and saying you a stud off a free agency or something, or make a blockbuster trade that give you some player that can light up this team, that change the offense.
But my thing about it is if he goes out there and just dramatically changes the offense, that means you need to fire Frank Wright. Because then Frank Wright just couldn't do it with Bryce Young.
Agreed. If you come out the next game after your bye and he come out, because you got a bye, so you got some time to put in some plans.
Exactly.
And he come out in this damn team, win 4 straight in a row, something wrong. And putting up 30 points a game. I even said 24 points a game. Straight, averaging 24 points a game and win 4 games in a row, even 3-1. If you go 3-1, I think something you gotta tell Frank Wright he could never touch the offensive playbook again.
That's what I'm saying, because I can't understand that. If he go there and just drastically change.
I didn't even say drastically change that. Because the point is that any win right now, the Casa uproar. I think any win come right now. Because Frank Wright had 6 chances to do it, he couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. If your offensive coordinator come out right now and win 1 game, uproar.
And the thing about it is that the Falcons game, the Saints game, the Seahawks game, the defense gave us a chance to win. Offense couldn't do it. If the offense is more free flowing now and doing stuff, then the Frank Wright's ego got in the way. So then that's something to keep an eye on. Jizzle, what do you think?
I give it a 6. Reason being, he's a young offensive coordinator, so he's probably gonna rejuvenate the offense a little bit, put some life into the offense. He gonna have CJ Stroud as a sitting duck.
Not Stroud, Bryce.
I mean, Bryce Young. He gonna have Bryce Young as a sitting duck. Probably gonna put in some motions, give Bryce Young some easy reads, find ways to get receivers open, scheme them open. You can right now the only person who could actually get open by themselves is Adam Thielen. The rest of the receivers, you gotta find ways to scheme them open, whether motioning, bunch formation, or whatever. So I think that he's gonna come in there and rejuvenate the offense a little bit. I think you're gonna see a different offense. You're not gonna probably the same scheme, but a different offense.
But one thing I'd like to see better too is I think he's gonna call more shots for Bryce Young to go down the field.
Exactly.
It's like Frank Wright was hesitant to throw down the field, but there's a couple of times that Chalk being open down the field and we just never decided to think. Why are we? If everyone's gonna sit on your offense, you need to threaten them down the field so that at least they open up. So I think that's something that I expect with him to be a little better. But like I say, if it's anything like how Sean McVay has his offense when it didn't have Cooper Kupp, then I'll take it. Because one thing he said and analyst said today is that persons that coach tight end, which is Sean Payton, Arthur Smith, him, and somebody else that's a coordinator or head coach. I think it's Zach Taylor. All of them coached tight ends back in the before they got head coaches. And the thing with coaching tight ends is, remember, tight end has to run and block. I mean, a tight end has to block and catch.
Mm-hmm.
So you learn concepts for both the run games and the passing game. So I think that's what a lot of persons like McVay for, because he had a lot of concepts from the run with tight ends. He had a lot of concepts from the pass with tight ends. So it makes your team better, makes your schemes better. So I'm excited to see what he had. To be honest, right now you haven't had much excitement in Carolina. So I'm excited to see what happens. All right, so good 3 questions, 3 answers. Like I said, next week we'll have the same thing. That brings us to our awards section of the show. We got our game balls and our trash bags. We're gonna start with our game balls, guys. Who your game ball going to?
I give my game ball to Robert Saleh and the Jets defense. That's who get my game ball. No Sauce Gardner, no DJ Reed, and yet you still hold the explosive or somewhat explosive Philadelphia Eagles offense to 14 points.
Maybe a team had just suck.
I
I just saying, partner.
That's part of it.
Who's yours?
It closed. I wish I could give 3 people the game back. I give it all 3 to them. But I give my game back to CJ Stroud. The boy playing ball out there. With that team, playing ball. So I give my game ball this week to CJ Stroud. It was close though. He went by a ton here against the damn Browns defense.
Okay.
And the Browns defense has shut down every phase of the 49ers. Stupid. No damn sense.
Well, my game ball. Shade might like to hear this, KG.
If
But
you
my
say,
game ball
I got right here. Yo, I got it.
goes so 30 for 44, 353 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interception. Big bad Jared Goff. He rode the
This gone too far, no man.
rode the Buccaneers, and the Lions are 5-1. That Jared Goff is
Tied
playing
for
at
top
an
in the
elite,
NFC.
That is an elite fella, KG. And me and you will agree with it, but Shane doesn't. But that's an elite fella. So that is my game ball. Right, who's your trash bags?
The Philadelphia Eagles offense. Big trash bag.
I had a cuss me about that.
No, but I ain't give it to him earlier. So they gotta get it this time.
I
They
ain't
had a
give him at
horrible
all.
game. They had a trash bag of a game. Brian Johnson, Nick Sirianni, and the whole Eagles offense going to trash bag.
All right, who yours is Shane?
I getting back to your first comment first though.
Oh, first comment this is
What is?
what he hating on Jared Goff so far. That's what I can't understand.
That's all I got to tell you.
But he is that a jag off.
My
don't understand.
trash bag of the week is a two-way tie. The San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Stink up the joint. Trash. Garbage doo-doo. The two of them. They need to be recycled and come back again.
All right, so my
Nonsense.
trash bag. It goes to the Denver Broncos. You had national television to show everybody that you suck.
Again?
You went on Thursday night and just Russell Wilson had most of 80 passing yards. That you got Juden Sutton and Javante Williams and so, and this is supposed to be some smart Sean Payton kind of thing. Then it's like somebody say, if this Sean Payton offense sucks so bad without Drew Brees, then Drew Brees needs to be a first ballot Hall of Famer just with all the credentials in the world. Only Drew Brees could make this thing work good. That Sean Payton, I don't know why. That ain't looking too good. I know that. And you give up a first round pick to get him in. They had to pay the Saints a first round pick to get Sean Payton. Chiba, I give him a seventh.
He looking trashish now.
Yeah.
All
right, so
coach. Play losing the team.
That's our game balls and our trash bags. That brings us to the final part, which is
The picks.
picks. Shane, pop them picks up. KG. I know it. The man he sent me the picks. The man just come there and all of a sudden squeaky by 1 kg. I ain't too comfortable with this, you know.
I send my picks because you got to email the proof.
KG, I ain't too comfortable with this, KG.
I said the proof.
Well, I can't. What are in the middle? Oh, Seattle. I have picked Seattle. Yeah. Atlanta. I pick Atlanta. I pick Washington.
I know.
Go back to my
check the tape. You want a red flag? Check it.
That can't happen. I ain't pick Atlanta. I hate Atlanta.
Dolphins, Ravens, Niners, Jaguars.
My pick Commanders.
Oh.
But what kind of defense?
So you shit tight.
Why? Hey, if I didn't check this thing, right? If I didn't check this, why? I tell you, the guy got a lot of tricks, you know. The guy got a lot of tricks. The man come here and try to change up my thing, but I got Atlanta. Bye. Bye. I tell you.
I need to check all them picks because you might be wrong somewhere else too. Let me check. Make sure you check in. Let me check the black. Ravens.
But you pick the Jets.
Yo, that had to be a typo. I don't know how I picked the Jets. I got it here in the message. I can't believe I picked the Jets to read.
You pick the Jets here. That like me when I picked the Steelers.
I was just going to say Shane, I still got one wrong there, the Jets. But just look at my message.
No, you pick Jets. I checked that one. I want to say so. I almost picked the Jets too that game.
I sure I picked Bronx.
I know.
I didn't pick the Bronx, KG.
Who
To
the
show
brothers?
him.
Me?
Yeah.
Niners.
I should.
Dolphins, Ravens, Niners, Jaguars, Commanders, Saints, Seahawks, Bears, Raiders, Rams, Jets, Lions, Bills, Chargers.
I should have picked Dallas last night. Stupid Chargers.
All
All
right.
right, so we got a toy up
Yeah.
top, which only mean that KG at the bottom of the barrel by himself.
For now.
He can't catch himself after that little 2-game with Chica or whatever he had. So that officially wraps up week 6. Like I said, week 7 is bye week for me. Sunday night for KG, Monday night for Shane. So we got some time to talk about that. We'll talk about it
Mhm.
on Saturday in our preview show. We got a game on Thursday, the Jacksonville Jaguars versus New Orleans Saints. We got to make our picks. Where you guys going? I got Saints.
I got Saints.
I got Jacksonville.
Jacksonville gonna forever burn KG.
Bonnie.
Cause he'd pick them, then cuss the next day and say, I don't even pick them again.
But when I don't pick them, then I win.
All right, the picks on the paper. Man, Chevalins need, let's let you know.
All right. Picks are in, guys. Picks are in. All right, so any other news and notes around the NFL?
The Eagles and then Julio Jones.
Hooli?
I know that one.
Yeah.
Hooli? That's I think is a decent pickup to replace Quez where he had injury result. Put him in the slot. He ain't a ball.
No, but I think
Quez.
it's gonna work well for like red zones.
I
Red
think so
zone.
too.
Red zone.
Yeah.
Red
You
zone
don't
and
need him
third
for
down.
And Todd
you,
up,
the Todd and shots. That's all. You don't need him to do much.
You don't need him for that.
Yeah. So red zone and Todd and shot area, not Todd and long. By the time he reaches on past 10 yards, the next quarter change. How old he be now? So,
Mhm.
but nah, I could think. But yeah, I think that, like I said, Justin Herbert, Tom, a few quarterbacks are banged up. So as the week goes on, we'll see more on it. Saturday's show we'll get a better idea. But for now, on to Thursday night, which is the Saints and Jaguars.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean that's basically it from us. Another good show. Like I said, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe the page for us, please, so you can keep up to date with everything. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram. You can find us all over, and just keep up to date with us. Just send us your like. Just keep liking and subscribing the page, and you can be part of the show anytime. Outside of that, I think that's it for me. I don't know if the guys got anything else, but that's it for me.
Bounce back week. Bounce back week.
Yeah, no Viking. Are you losing Viking? Something? Are you need to just stop playing? I'll tell you that from now. No
No
Justin
Justin
Jefferson. That should be shameful.
I'll vomit.
That's gonna be a blog only. Are you ever keep that game close? I should be shamed.
I will vomit. Remember Kyle in love with Cousins, you know, so we don't know.
You could better.
I ain't got nothing else other than that.
Yeah, other than that, that's it from us.
Yeah, that's it for me.
So we're gonna see you guys Saturday for our preview show. We will give our game picks and talk about the upcoming Eagles and Dolphins and Niners and Vikings game coming up. All right, so see you guys on Saturday. Keep up to date on us. We'll post some content on Twitter for the week, and just keep enjoying the week. I'm out.